Back in 2004, he was considered a top 2 point guard and number 6 player in the nation. He was easily a 5-star recruit with blinding quickness, agility, great handles, and a highlight reel passing ability. Featured in USA Today's Slam magazine, he even had a documentary in the works before he was 19 years old. His entourage to high school games? Jay-Z and Derek Jeter. Talk about hype. Hey guys, Purple Prince here, and today I'm gonna tell you a story of a high school star who turned into a criminal, Sebastian Telfair. At the beginning of his senior season in high school, Telfair committed to the University of Louisville. The team's head coach back then, Rick Pitino, had some good words to say about Sebastian. As I'm watching Sebastian, I realized that if he puts on a Louisville uniform, he will be the best point guard I would have coached at the collegiate ranks. That duo never materialized, as Sebastian Telfair changed his mind and turned pro right after high school. The sudden change of mind was prompted by a fatal shooting that occurred at the apartment complex where his family lived. Living in Surfside Gardens, one of the most dangerous areas in New York City, Telfair needed instant money to get his family out of there, after 2 of his friends had been killed in the elevator of the apartment building he was living in. After declaring for the 2004 NBA draft, Telfair got the money he was in need of by signing a sneaker contract with Adidas worth $10 million over 5 years. Bassi averaged an astounding 33.2 points per game at Lincoln and held the school record for points in a game with 61. Behind all the hype though, he was raw as a defender and an underwhelming shooter. Many scouts believed at least a year in college would make him the kind of great player his high school career hinted he could be. In the 2004 NBA draft, Sebastian Telfair was selected with the 13th overall pick by the Portland Trail Blazers. Unfortunately, soon enough everyone realized that his talents, also due to his size, just didn't translate into the NBA. It's the NBA after all. Everyone is faster, stronger, and better than in high school. As an undersized guard at just 6 foot tall, accompanied by bad shooting and horrible defense, it was a bad recipe for success. His rookie season was just an okay one. He wasn't good enough to warrant great minutes on the court and ended up playing in 68 games, 26 of whom he started, and averaged 19.6 minutes, 6.8 points, and 3.3 assists. Telfair had a great chance to be better in his second season, as the new head coach of the team, Nate McMillan, made him the team's starting point guard at the beginning of the season. He saw slight improvements, but definitely not enough to stay in his position as a starter, especially after his thumb injury and considering how well his replacement Steve Blake did as a starter. Additionally, in February of 2006, a loaded gun was found on the Blazers' private jet and some of Telfair's things. The gun turned out to be registered to his girlfriend at the time. No charges were filed, but he served a 2-game suspension for violating the NBA's rule against firearms while engaging in league business. By the summer of 2006, after just 2 years with the Blazers, Telfair was shipped to the Boston Celtics. That journey lasted all of 1 season. He averaged career lows all across the board and got some more negative media. Telfair was stopped by police on the Bronx River Parkway going 77 miles per hour in a 45-mile zone. He was driving with a suspended Florida license and a loaded .45 pistol under his passenger seat. Shortly thereafter, Telfair's rookie contract was terminated. Telfair was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was a part of the famous Kevin Garnett trade. In Minnesota, it seemed like he found something. He wasn't an all-star, but he was a solid player and pretty much had the 2 best seasons of his career there, averaging 9.3 and 9.8 points respectively. Before the 2008-2009 season, Telfair was re-signed by the Timberwolves on a new 3-year deal. But just 1 season after the deal was done, he was traded to the Clippers. By this time, Telfair wasn't seen as an NBA starter anymore. He was just a journeyman point guard. After just 39 games with the Clippers, he was sent to the Cavaliers, where he played just 4 games before being sent back to the Timberwolves alongside Delonte West, Ramon Sessions, and our great friend Ryan Hollins. His second stint in Minnesota wasn't as successful as the first one. He played in just 37 games and started just 8 of them. In the lockout-shortened season, Telfair played for the Phoenix Suns, and he had some good moments, but nothing great enough to suggest that suddenly, at age of 27, he has rediscovered his high school greatness. By the 2013 trade deadline, Telfair was sent to the Toronto Raptors, played the rest of the season there, and in the autumn of 2013 went to China to test his talents there. After 1 year abroad, he returned to the NBA and signed with the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he played just 16 games before being waived. The hype was officially over. He never played another NBA game. Telfair did have a couple more stops in China, but there was nothing exciting about those. He retired from basketball. His official NBA career stats: 564 games played, 21.5 minutes, 7.4 points, and 3.5 assists. He shot just 39% from the field and 31.9% from the three-point line. He never had a season with double-digit points. Definitely not the numbers you would expect from a New York State legend. After walking away from basketball, his life took a turn for the worse. Even though he made over $90 million in his playing career, Telfair was in debt shortly after his career ended. Then, in 2017, Sebastian Telfair and his teenage cousin were stopped by police. They were asked to step out of Telfair's royal blue Ford F-150. Officers searched it, claiming a marijuana blunt was their probable cause. They found 3 semi-automatic pistols, a semi-automatic rifle, a ballistic vest, hundreds of additional bullets, and weed. Then, in January of 2018, TMZ reported that his wife, Samantha, obtained an emergency restraining order against Telfair after alleging that the ex-NBA player had gone on what TMZ described as a violent window-smashing rampage at their home. Samantha, according to the report, claimed that Telfair had become increasingly hostile, unstable, and violent. In April of 2019, following a 2-week trial, Telfair was found guilty by a jury of his peers of a felon's weapons possession in 2017. On August 12, 2019, he was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for the offense. And if that's not enough, just recently, Telfair tragically lost his mother and brother, who died due to the coronavirus. Talk about not getting a break. Telfair made some poor choices in his life, for sure. A lot of those gun charges could have been avoided, obviously. On the court, his game just didn't evolve. It was never about his attitude on a professional level. I guess he just didn't have it after all. And all the troubles he had after his career was over was just a byproduct of a troubled life he had before his professional career even started. Thanks for watching the video, guys. What do you think was the ultimate reason Sebastian Telfair never became a star in the NBA? Was it the lack of skill, size? Was he overhyped? Please leave a comment down below with your version of why this story is so sad. Please leave a like for the video, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for everything. This is Purple Prince, and I'm out.
I can feel